In this lab session, we are going to perform some of the practicals. As of now, you are already familiar with this basic C structure. So from today's lab, we are going to start with the practicals that you need to perform. And everyone needs to perform the practical. First of all, I will teach you to have to read the program definition and have to understand that program definition. Then I will do some of the programs with you, and after that I will give you time to perform those programs. So I hope everybody will perform that program. And as we have discussed about the different tools in which you can perform those programs, so use it and perform it in this lab only. So now starting with today's lab, I'm sharing my screen and we'll be seeing the programs that needs to be performed in this lab. And we'll teach you how to write the program, what the problem definition or the program definition is saying about. Okay. So this is the list of your practicals. And this 5 to 6 programs will be going to perform in your this lab. So the first program says about write a program that performs as a calculator. We all have seen the calculator, what it performs. So here they have given us that your calculator, what calculator you are going to make through the program needs to perform addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. So these 4 things your calculator must perform. Then the other program is to write a program to find area of triangle, and they have also given the formula to find the area of program and the variables that you need to declare. You can take it as anything, means they have said that a is equals to area, h is equals to height, and b is equals to base. So you can take any of the variables, but whatever variables we declare while performing our program or while writing our program, that needs to be interrelated so we can remember it easily. That's why they have given those things. The third program is about write a program to calculate the simple interest. And here is the formula to find the simple interest they have already provided. So I will be starting first with the second program. So first of all, let's revise the structure of C programming that we have already done in the last lab. But for the we'll go with the quick revision of the structure. So what's the structure of basic C says that first you need to include the important header files. Right now, we are just dealing with the input and output. So we need to include hash include stdio dot h. Stdio is a standard input type output library, and that is an header file. So the file name is stdio.h. Then we'll be writing our code or our logic into the main function. So that is integer main. Curly braces are needed to write anything into the function, and return 0 to get our output. The ones who are using Turbo C++, if anyone is using, they need to write get ch. I am using code block for, and I will be using in the whole session, will be using the code block in my every session to write the program. So this is the basic structure of the C program. So the code we are going to write, that I will be writing inside the integer main. Hope everyone is clear till now. Everybody is clear till now? Am I audible to you properly? Okay. So we'll be doing our first program, that is to find write a program to find the area of triangle. Okay. So in this, they have not given what is the value of, they have not provided us the value of h and b. As to find the area, we need h and b, the height and the base of a triangle, right? So while writing your program, take a habit of writing a comment, so that when you revise it or when you open it for the next time, you would know that with what is the program is about. So for a good representation, and after 1 or 2 years, when you open your program, you can get to know that what the program was. So this is a good idea to write a single line comment while performing a program. In C, we need to declare variable in the starting only. We cannot declare the variable after using it in any statements. For example, I am showing you printf number is colon %d. %d is for integer variables, means there are lots of data type in C. I hope you have studied those data types. So the data types include integer, float, string, integer, character, float, string. These are the 4 data types that are included in the C. There are many, but these are the most used data type. So percentage %d is to print any of the variable from integer data type. It's the representation. Same as percentage %f is for float, percentage %c is for character. Now, printf statement must be written in the double quotes, and I'm printing here one of the variable, that is variable a. Now, after printf statement, I'm declaring that variable integer a is equals to 10. What I have written is, this is the simple program, and I have written that printf the number a, and I have declared that number after that printf statement. So now let's see that what error it shows, how this program runs. See, are you all getting that? The red color line shows that a is an undeclared first use in this function. A is undeclared. Rather, I have declared it into the next line, but as it is C program, and it will execute the line by line, top to bottom execution will be there, line by line execution will be there. So when they are going to this printf execution, they won't get a as an as a variable, so they are getting error. The C is executing line by line execution will be performed in the C programming language, that is top to bottom execution, known as top to bottom execution. So now I'm doing one change, that I'm declaring it just before the print statement, and now we will be seeing what is the output of this program. And I hope everybody is getting my screen. See, we got the output. The first we were getting error that a is undeclared. Now we have got the number is 10. The number stored in a variable a, that is 10, and we have written in the printf statement that print the number a. So that number a is shown here, that what was in the number a is being shown here, that is 10. So now are you all clear that why we need to declare the variable before using it in any statement? I hope all of you are clear about it. Coming back to our program to find the area of triangle. So first of all, they have said us to declare the variables. So a is for the area. I'm writing it over here only, that what the a is equals to then b is equals to base and h is equal to height of a triangle. Now we'll be declaring variable at first. In this first program, I'm taking the base value as 10 and the height h is equals to 12. Height of the triangle is 12. Now, what are we going to perform? We are going to perform the arithmetic operations using the arithmetic operators. So, to type the formula in C programming, we need to use arithmetic operators very carefully. So, I'm variable declaration step that is done. Now, the second step is writing our formula in code. So, what is the formula? A is equals to B into H into 0.5. So now we are going to print the area of triangle in our printf statement as an output, as the printf statement is our output function. Area of triangle equals to %d comma a. Why %d? Because it is the representative for integer variables. So now let us see what our program gives us as an output. Sorry. Actually, every time whenever you write a code or change it into the same code which you have compiled before, this is C language, so you need to compile your program every time you do some change. So in this, as I'm using code block, I have to build the program every time. Okay, so this is the basic error for our in the C program, the basic error, and the basic error is that I have forgotten semicolon after the formula statement. So whenever you are writing the code in the C programming, you get this error, the expected semicolon before printf statement. So before a printf statement means the above it. Above the printf statement, you would have given. You would have forgotten the semicolon. So every time when you get this error, check where you have forgotten semicolon. So now I'm building the program and the compilation is done successfully. Now I will be running the program. And I have got the output as area of triangle is equals to 60. Any doubts in this first program? Any one of you? Students? Do you have any doubt in this first program? Are you all clear? Everyone? Students, if you have any doubt, just let me know so that I can make you clear on it, on the doubt, on that point only. Okay. So moving on to the next program. So the next program, next practical that we are going to perform is about the calculator, where we are going to use the arithmetic operator plus arithmetic operators multiplication, division, and the subtraction minus. Okay. Students, if you have doubt in any of the line of code, just let me know while I'm typing in the chat box so that I can clear at the same moment. So as the structure says, hash include the header file, next integer, main means our main function, and return 0. The our basic structure I have written here. Now I'm going to write to make the calculator. So now I'm defining the needed variables for that. Variables. Variables declaration. So now how many variables we need in our program? So the first variable for addition, second variable for subtraction, third for division and multiplication. But we don't need different variable for all three of them. This is calculator. So we are going to say that please perform what calculator does it. We give some of the input values to it and we say that we want to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. So that is in the or. So at one time, one operation will be performed. So the major variable we need will be the number 1 and number 2, means the number we are going to on which we want to perform the operations. So that will be integer number. Number 1, number 2, and the result. Okay. And one of the float value will be giving, because while we are performing division of any number, we'll be getting answer in the point value, decimal values. So for decimal value, we have a data type float in C programming. That will, the float data type will be giving you 6 values after the point, after the decimal. So float data type is for result, where result is equals to 0. Now, in this program, we'll learn how we'll get the input values from user. As in real calculator, we are providing it the value, means the value is user defined. So whenever in C programming we have to take the input from user, at that time we will be using the input function that is known as scanf. Scanf is used to take the user input in C language. Now, before, means we cannot we can directly use the scanf statement, but we need to inform the user that we need input from them. So what I am writing is, I am going to write a printf statement which says that please enter value for value of number 1. So scanf statement, we are giving the represent, means the representative string of integer, as both the values are integer values. Number 1 and number 2 are integer values, so we are providing percentage d comma ampersand variable name. So this would be the scanf statement. In scanf statement, we need to provide the uh, the data type representative besides the percentage symbol, and after comma we need to provide the input variable, so that whatever number we are getting as an input, that will be stored into the number 1 variable which we have declared in the first line of our code, number 1. Okay, same thing for number 2. Printf, don't forget the semicolon. I have forgotten semicolon here after the first printf statement. In the second printf statement, I'll be writing what I needed, the value for number 2. Scanf double quotes percentage d, as it is an integer value, and ampersand number 2. So this variables I have declared for the to store the result of addition, subtraction, and multiplication in the different variables. loop statements. So we are right now in this program, we'll be doing it with the different variables. So all of them I am assigning it 0, as else if uh, if we'll print those number without assigning it to 0, there will be the garbage value stored in it. So to avoid that garbage value, I'm assigning it to 0. So now, what is the first said in the program? That is addition. Now, printf addition of two numbers %d plus %d is equals to %d. As all of the three numbers I am using, they are of the type integer, so I am using %d. I'm repeating it continuously so that you can remember it. So while coding by yourself, you can remember it easily and you don't get the error. So afterwards, I will be writing, after comma, I'll be writing what all three variables are of %d. That is number 1, comma, number 2, comma, add. Add because it will be storing the value of addition of two numbers, number 1 and number 2. I hope everybody is getting it. So for addition of that, I will be writing add, the variable name is equals to variable 1 plus variable 2. So this add will store the addition of both the numbers, number 1 and number 2, which are user defined numbers. Next, I am doing multiplication. So the variable I have assigned for multiplication is mul, is equals to, what are we doing? Multiplying two numbers. So arithmetic operator for multiplication is star. So I'm using it. Number 1 star number 2 means I'm multiplying both the numbers. And I'm printing its answer in the printf by using printf statement. That multiplication of two numbers %d, comma, %d, sorry, it's the star, %d is equals to %d. The same way as we have done in the upper statement, the printf statement of addition. Same I am doing here. What is the difference would be the operator that has been changed. that is star operator, and the variable in which the result is stored, that is changed just, not the numbers. So number 1, comma, number 2, and mul. Now for the division, div is equals to number 1, division operator is that slash sign by number 2. Division is equals to number 1 divided by number 2. Now the same printf statement. See, I have done one mistake, that was not percentage d, that is we have to use percentage f, because we have declared division variable as a float. So for float we'll be using percentage f as its format string. Now subtraction, so the variable sub is equals to number 1 minus number 2. Printf, double quotes, subtraction of two numbers is percentage d minus percentage d equal to percentage d, comma, number 1, comma, number 2, comma, sub. Okay, so here we are done with the coding of the first program in your list of practicals, that is the calculator. So now I am compiling it to see whether if there is any error or not. No, without any error, the compilation is successful. Now I am running the program. Okay, so what we had done is we had said the scanf statement to take the user input. So in the number 1, I'm giving the input as 10 and number 2 as 5. So now it will give me the output by performing 4 operations, that is addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. Each and every output will be given here. See, the addition of two number is 10 plus 5 is equals to 15. The multiplication of two numbers is 50. Then the division of two number 10 by 5 is 2. 2.000, 6 zeros will be there, as float will take the 6 values after the decimal point, and the subtraction is 5. I can say that it is, I should do something here so that you can get the output in the next line. To divide the output in the different lines, we have slash n, which is a new line operator. So I am keeping it everywhere so that we can get the output clearly and you can understand it easily, and it would be a good formatting style. Slash n. Okay. Everybody is getting my screen clearly? So now same input I am providing it. Wait a second, there is some error in this program as we are not getting the output properly. Maybe there. Yes. So now we have got each and every statement into the new line. Addition of two numbers, we can get it clearly. Addition of two numbers, 15. Multiplication of two numbers, 50. Division of two numbers, that is 10 by 5, 2. And as it is float value, we are getting 6 zeros after the decimal. And the subtraction of two value, 10 minus 5, that is 5. Now, is everybody clear about the program? Everyone is clear about it? I need the answer from everyone. Okay. So now, the next program is to calculate the simple interest. The formula for finding simple interest they have given to you. So now I want all of you to perform the third program. I'm writing the program definition, means the problem statement, into the chat box. I'm giving you 15 minutes to everyone. So at 2:25, I need the output from everyone. Everyone is going to perform this program. Karnavi, you have to write a program, means uh, these steps same as what I have done in this. See, you have to write a program that will calculate the simple interest of the values given by user, same as we have performed this program that was to find the area of triangle. You have to write the steps, or I can say the code, which will perform a task, and the task is to find the simple interest formula. You have already given with the formula, you are already given the formula in the problem statement itself. So I'm giving you 15 minutes even. Everything will if anyone is having C compiler, it's okay. Else, you can perform your program in the online GDB compiler. That is an online C compiler, which I have given the small introduction of online GDB compiler in the last session. This is the online GDB compiler. You can perform the program over here also. I hope everyone is clear about the task I have given you. For the reference, my screen is shared with you so that you can get the reference of the printf statements, scanf statements. And about the program structure. I hope everyone is clear about the task now. Ping me once you complete the execution of program. If there is any error, just let me know in the chat box. We'll solve your error. Anyone done with the program? Students? Has anybody tried the program? Okay. Okay. Continue doing it. I am also uh, performing the same. If you get any error or stuck anywhere, just check here. If anyone is getting any error, just let me know in the chat box. kernavy, where you are not having the decimal values, means for example the principal amount, which could be 100 rupees, 5 rupees, 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees, that could be any of the principal amount. So where we don't have the decimal values, there you have to use integer as a data type, and where you have the float, means decimal type of values in the answer, means for example the simple interest could be in the decimal, means anything which is where the division comes as the answer of division may be in the decimal values, means the point values, means 2.5, 3.5, 7.5, that kind of decimal values. There you have to use float data type, where you know that there won't be any any decimal values in future also. There we have to use integer value, and where we have decimal values, we have to use float as in data type. Clear? Okay. So if anybody is done with the program? Okay, back to my screen. I have written the program. So every you can check that whatever you have written is correct or not, and I'm explaining what is to be done in the program and what I have done. What was the program definition? Was to calculate the simple interest. In simple interest, we would have to take the different variables. That would be one variable for the principal amount, means how much amount is to be is there, the principal amount. Then the rate of interest, on what would be the rate of interest for that amount, and the number of years, for how many years I am going to take it. And for interest, I have taken the variable I. For principal amount, I have taken the variable as P, as the formula for simple interest that we have learned while we were in the schooling, that PNR upon 100. I is equals to PNR upon 100. So the same variables I have taken: I for interest, P for principal amount, R for rate of interest, and N for number of years. So now in the main, first of all, in the starting, I have declared all the variables, amount and the year. Year is, but obviously year is in the single digit value, or is a 2-digit value for 10 years, for 12 years, for maybe for 5 years, for 1 year. So I have taken that as the, or else I have taken the N as number of years, and that I have taken it as an integer because it is a single digit value, means there won't be any point after that. And the principal amount, which can be 750, 250, but we know that the rupees cannot be in decimal. Now the interest, as we are dividing it by 100, so we know that there will be some of the float values. So I have declared interest as a float, and even the rate of interest can be 7.5, 3.5, 1.5, 3 rupees, whatever it could be. So I have taken the rate of interest also as a float value. Now I have taken the input from the user. So input from the user I have taken by using the scanf statement, and I have given the printf statement to each and every input I am taking. And now the formula I have used here, that was already given in the program definition, that is I equals to PNR by 100. Don't forget the semicolon at the end of line anywhere, otherwise it will provide you the error. And now what I have done in the printf statement is I have written the simple interest for principal amount. Percentage D will print here the value that is provided by the user, rate of interest. Percentage F, it will give me the user defined value of rate of interest over here. And for the number of years, percentage D, that will provide me the number of years I will provide as a user. And after that, the format string. Remember one thing, formatting must be, if the first is percentage D, don't write here the R or any value, whatever the first percentage D indicate, the same variable you have to write after the comma first. So the sequence must be done properly so that you don't get any error. You won't get any error because it's the printf statement, but the numbers will be interchanged. So be careful while writing the printf statement. The format sequence must be proper. So now I'm executing this program. First we'll compile the program and then we'll run the program. So the principal amount I'm giving is 5,000. Then the rate of interest I'm giving is 2.5 and number of years for 2 years. So the simple interest for principal amount 5,000 at rate of interest of 2.5 for number of years 2 is 250. I hope everyone is clear with the program. Anyone is having any doubt? Anyone? Should I move further? The students, please reply. Have you all performed this program? Done with execution of this program? Anyone is getting any error? Just let me know. Okay, moving on to the next program. The next program says that write a C program to interchange to number. Means what it says is what it says is that we are taking two numbers. One is 10 and one is 12. So input, we are providing the input as the number 10 and 12. Now what they have said that in the output they want the interchange number, means the first number I should get is 12 and the second number I should get is 10. So that they have said that they need the interchanging of the numbers. So now what are we going to do is we are going to write a code for interchanging two numbers. Okay. Interchanging of two numbers, that could be even the user defined numbers, and the I can also give it into the program itself. So I'm writing the code for interchanging. Anyone can say that what could be the logic, how can we interchange the two numbers? Anyone can give just an idea that how can we interchange two numbers? Students, any one of you can say me that how can we interchange two numbers? Okay, let me give you one hint. For example, in X I have stored 10 and in Y I have stored 20. Now I want the output as X is equals to 20 and Y is equals to 10. So now look at these numbers and say that how can we interchange two numbers? Is anyone having any idea about it? Okay. So can I do that? I can store X in some another variable. Then X will be empty. So now I will assign X. I will assign the value of Y into X, and then I will assign the value of temp into the X. So you think that can we use this logic? We can store one of the variable in some third variable and then we can swap two numbers. Let's try. Sorry. Now what I'm doing is right now I'm taking the user defined values, uh, both the values as user defined. Both the values as an integer values as you can take it as a float also, but I'm right now taking, for an example, I'm taking it as an integer value x comma y comma temp variable, as that will be a temporary variable to I'm using it as a to interchange two variables. So taking the input from user, I'm giving it a message to user, enter two numbers, that is scanf double quotes %d, that is x, and scanf %d comma y. I'm getting the input from user, the values of x and y. Now what we are doing is interchanging two numbers using, let's not define that. Now what are we doing is we are assigning temp a value of x first in the first step. So the x is empty now. So now we are assigning x to y, as whenever I am using this equal to statement, so that I can overwrite x. Now this x equal to y is, I have overwritten in this statement, I am the storing the value of y in the variable x. And what I have done in the above statement temp equal to x, I have stored the value of x the value of x in the temp variable. Now I'm overwriting y as y is equal to temp. So what I have done is storing the value of temp in y. Okay, so everyone will have one question, that why we cannot write directly x equal to y and y equal to x. If we execute x equal to y and y equal to x, then we'll be having the same value in both. As it is a line by line execution, what our program will do is, so what would be output of y equal to x? Means I am assigning the value of y to x, right? So output would be for that statement, just for x equal to y, if we are not taking any other variable like temp for swapping those two numbers, we'll try to swap simply that x equal to y and y equal to x. Then what will be the output? The output of this statement, x equal to y, will be, means in the y we have stored x. So what would be the output? Will be 20. And in the other statement is x equals to y. So what would be output there? As the nav new x value is 20, it will not take the first value. It will take the overwritten value of x. So x into y, see both the values for both the variables will get the output as 20. But our desirable output is this. X should be 20 and y should be 10. But the output will be 2020. That is not the desirable output. So we are taking the third number as the output. So just to check it out, the values before swapping and values after swapping. I'm writing the two printf statements. If anyone is having any doubt, just let me know. Okay. Now I am compiling this program. Why I can't be able to compile this program? I'm running this program in the online compiler, that is online GDB. Okay, so now I'm running this program. Once again, okay. So I've got the out. Hope you all are getting my screen. I have run the program in the online GDB compiler, as there was some error, I don't know. So I'm providing x is equals to 10 and the other number as 20. Okay. So the error is of this percentage. I have forgot the percentage. Sorry, m percent x and m percent y. So now it's done. 10 and 20, the value of x will be 10 and the value of y will be 20. See, the values before swapping is x equal to 10 and y equal to 20, and the values after swapping is x equal to 20 and y equal to 10. Everybody clear with this program? Everyone is clear with this program? All the programs we have performed in today's lab, that you need to write it into the file page or any of the book, and you need to upload into the Google Classroom. So everybody needs to be clear what I have done so that you can execute it before the next lab comes. I hope everyone is clear with this program. Priyanka, you can write it into the book or else in the file page, as this will be your manual, which I had as we have as I have said you in the first lab that we have the submission of this lab practicals. So you can write it into a book also, in any file page also. This is your manual programs. Everyone clear? If any doubts, you can ask me. Is there any doubt? Priyanka, these programs are the lab experiment programs that each of the programs must be performed by you also. So I suggest you not to take the screenshot of programs. Try it by yourself. If you have any doubt, just let me know. As we are not having the physical lab sessions there, but you need to perform, everyone need to perform this program by their self. So please perform it and then write it in your manual. Okay, everyone, write their enrollment numbers in the chat box for the attendance. Sorry for the interruption. Everybody write their enrollment numbers in the chat box for the attendance. Is anybody left with writing the attendance?